The grandfather said, "Everything is different. Each leaf, if you really look. There is no leaf exactly like that one in the whole world. Every stone is different. No other stone exactly like it. That is it, Dobry. God loves variety." Continuing with my read of the Newbery Award winners, today we have Dobry by Monica Shannon, which won the award in 1935. Monica Shannon was born around 1905 in Canada. When she was a baby, her family moved to Seattle. They lived in the Rocky Mountains, and Shannon spent much of her childhood wandering through nature with a St. Bernard as a protector. She also played with a bear cub and spent time with the Flathead Indians. She won awards for writing from a very young age, and nature and history were constant themes in her work. I think Shannon is the first Newbery Award winner who did not spend time in the country or culture she wrote about. However, she grew up hearing folk tales and stories from Bulgarian ranch hands that worked with her family. The illustrator of the book, Atanas Kachamakov, and I apologize if I butchered that, also told her stories about his life growing up in Bulgaria. This is the story of Dobry, a young peasant boy in the mountains of Bulgaria, and it is the story of his development as an artist. The first thing I have to say about this book is that in here, everyone actually does have a water buffalo. At heart, Dobry is an artist, and as he develops, the people around him are really moved by the purity of his art and the way that his heart is poured out into all of the work that he does. His life and the story really revolve around the seasons of the farming community, as well as the cultural traditions and the religious ceremonies that the village takes part in. I really loved this book. Following Dobry on his journey is a joy, and I really loved a lot of the secondary characters. The grandfather in particular just captured my heart. He has some amazing lines, as you can see in the quote that I opened this video with. The grandfather is known as a storyteller, and there are so many little ways that he speaks wisdom into Dobry's life and into the other lives around him. He's just filled with this vitality, and he's so perceptive. I feel like Shannon's love for nature and its impact on a developing artist, and also her interest in history and folk tales, really comes through in this story. There are a couple of things people might want to be aware of. The term gypsy is used throughout the book. However, it is not ever used in a derogatory way. It's just something that you would want to be aware of, and if children are reading it, to let them know that this is a term that's no longer used. However, they are an integral part of the story and an integral part of the rhythms of the village. In addition, there is one story that the grandfather tells, the story of Hadutzider, and that refers to a black Arab, and it is definitely not presented in a positive light. Overall, though, this was a really sweet story, and I really wish that it was more widely read. I think there are some others that I've read so far that are more popular, but that are not as good or as interesting as this one was. Up next, we have Caddy Woodlawn by Carol Rivery Brink. This will be my first reread, and I'm excited to see if I enjoy it as much as I remember enjoying it as a child. Thanks and happy reading!